Training talks from Billingham Stars TV with Coach Rob Wilkinson making his seasonal debut. Rob, thanks for joining us before training tonight. Middle of October, 6 wins, 3 losses. Are you kind of where we should be?
Results-wise, possibly. Performance-wise, I think we've still got a long way to go. I think we're capable of a lot more in terms of looking after the puck, moving the puck around. Yeah, I think we're capable of a lot more than what we're given at the minute.
Yeah, I mean it's been a tough start, not necessarily in terms of opponents, but it was 5 double headers off the belt. That run of away games, 5 away games off the belt. So it has been a difficult schedule. So to come out at that end, kind of going 4-1 on the road trip. So there are positives from the season so far.
100%. And I was unfortunately I was ill for a little bit there, so I missed a couple of weekends, and so it'll be sort of Blackburn away, D-side away. It was the Solihull game. There was another one, but I think if you'd said before to come away with 3 wins out of 4 games, you would have said that was a really, really good effort. So it was, and the start's been good. Like I said, we need to fine-tune a few little things. Like I said, the way we look after the puck, and the way we play with the puck, just fine-tune things a little bit, just so we can get to the level that we got to last year.
And it's possibly looking at it from a positive view, that we're in that position and we can get better, and we need to bring Callum back, we need to bring Paddy back, we didn't have Rowley at the weekend, so there are players we can still add to the lineup. So we weren't at our strongest, so again that's another thing where we can get better.
Oh, of course it is, because Callum's a big miss to us. He's a big miss to us. I think Paddy, before he got suspended, I think if you talk about defensive defensemen, is probably our best defenseman. So Paddy's a huge miss, especially in them big games, like last week against Blackburn where we lost. Like, Paddy's huge for us, and I talked to him a lot about that, trying to tell him how important he is for us, and to try not get suspended, because he's just like, on the penalty kill, 5-on-5 in them really important situations. Paddy's like very, very important to us, so that'll be a really big positive when he comes back.
Yeah, the end of the road trip, we finished with a derby game, and one of the best road performances in a derby for some time, winning 9-2 at Hillheads. It was, results wise it was 9-2, yep. We took our chances. We were very clinical, I think, which sometimes we're not always. Like, I don't think we were last week against Blackburn. Like, I think we left a bit out there against Blackburn, but against Whitney Bay everything seemed to come off. Like I said, we took our chances, we were clinical, and we killed the game off, and they literally had no answer at all, and it was actually it was a bit of a surprise how actually one-sided it was and how poor they were. Don't get us wrong, we know when we play them again they'll come back and they'll be better next time, because they always are, but yeah, it was, I imagine it was a lovely one for the fans after the last few years. I mean, after this weekend, come and play Widnes away, and when we play them, we've seen everybody in the division this year. And the division, we said in the summer when the kind of league was realigned, it was going to be a competitive division, and so it's proven from kind of top to bottom.
Oh yeah, of course it has. I mean, it was. I talk about our levels of performance. To be honest, when the league was announced that Solway were going, and then Whitney Bay lost a couple of players, I was a little bit disappointed, because for last year I think Solway were that good, and when we played them in that final last year, that forced us to be that good. So when them teams aren't in the league anymore, I was a bit concerned that we would never get to that level again, that we would never have to get to that level again. But that said, the league started, was it the first league game where we got beat off Hull away, and you think like that's a really bad performance, but then you look at the results since then, and I think there's some other teams struggled in going to Hull, and Hull are picking points up.
Yeah, Hull are 3-0 at home.
Yeah, they're picking points up at home against good teams as well. So, and then like it would seem that teams are taking points off each other. Whitney Bay had a good start, and we beat Blackburn away. They've just beat us at our place. We got beat off Solihull, so it would suggest that it's going to be
that it's going to be fairly tight come the end of the season, which is, it's probably quite important that I think if we still only playing at 60-70% of what we're capable of with the players that we've got, that I think it's going to be important that we try and get there pretty quickly, because I don't think you can afford to drop points in this league if you want to win it at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's kind of, you get a feel if one club can go on a, not quite a full Solway run of like not losing since October, but go on a decent run of winning a number of games in a row, and they could kind of take the league by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, 100%. And I thought about that a couple of weeks ago, because I was looking at the fixture list, and I went through the fixture list, and not being disrespectful to anybody, but I thought, you know what it is, we can go on a proper run here. And then we went and got beat off. We got beat at the first hurdle off Blackburn. So it just shows that you can't take anything for granted, and every game's going to be tough.
Yeah. How good was it to be back at the Forum last Sunday? Obviously after the time away, big crowd as well, which was good to see. They hadn't kind of forgotten us in the month we'd been away. But a good crowd, and hopefully that can continue as we build through the season.
Yep, always nice to come home. Always nice to come home, because it's obviously nice to play in. Yeah, it's nice to play in front of for your own fans. So yeah, it was lovely to come home, and I was surprised the size of the crowd. It was nice to see people, like I said, come out and support us in big numbers.